A road trip to the mysterious Cahokia Mounds, North America's pyramids? We spent a lovely morning walking about the mysterious Cahokia Mounds State Historic Site, often called North America's Pyramids or America's Lost City. Why visit this unusual site? Because the Cahokia Mounds is one of the largest pre-Columbian settlements in North America, with a peak population larger than some European cities at the time. Another cool reason is this place of ancient history and true geographical wonder is right here in the Midwest of the United States. The Cahokia Mounds are considered to be the largest and most complex archaeological site north of the great Mesoamerican cities in Mexico and Central America. Left for centuries and then partially destroyed by the construction of the National Road, contemporary excavation by archaeologists can answer some of the questions surrounding these mounds that look like grass-covered pyramids. Much has been discovered, but all too often, more questions arise. Let's do a bit of exploring around these mysterious architectural masterpieces from the past. Welcome to this travel adventure. Travel across America with me. What is the mystery that remains? The mystery surrounding Cahokia Mounds is its rise and fall. Located near modern-day Cahokia, Illinois, this ancient city is a testament to the ingenuity and achievements of the Native American people, or whatever civilization built them. This answer is still not firm. For centuries, the Cahokia Mounds have stood as a mystery, shrouded in secrecy and intrigue, leaving archaeologists and historians alike wondering how such a vast civilization emerged, flourished, and eventually vanished. This is such a common statement that we find as we explore across America. No one has determined why the people abandoned this architectural masterpiece. This ancient metropolis was once considered by most as the home to the Mississippian culture, a complex and sophisticated civilization that flourished from 700 to 1400 AD. But no one knows for sure. Adding to the mystery, excavation of tools and human remains inside these impressive earthwork mounds indicate that these pyramids held great spiritual and ceremonial importance to the community. Let's walk around this archaeological wonder of Cahokia Mounds. The historical significance alone makes Cahokia Mounds a must-visit for history buffs, travelers, and backroad enthusiasts alike. Since this park is found across the Mississippi River from St. Louis, it is a great stop to include while exploring the urban sites. After seeing the world's largest ketchup bottle in Collinsville, we drove to the lightly visited, captivating Cahokia Mounds. Only a handful of people were visiting that day, and I believe half or more were locals just using this place to get exercise. The visitor center remains closed and under renovation, which may have a lot to do with the lack of visitors. But we wanted to walk around these historic and mysterious mounds or pyramids of this ancient city. Visitors are free to roam this ancient site that is protected and accessible in the 3.5 square mile park. This place is mysterious because evidence reveals it was once home to a thriving civilization that left behind one of the most impressive cultural and historical legacies in North America. One of the most baffling aspects of Cahokia is the sheer scale of its infrastructure. The city sprawled over 6 square miles with over 100 earthen mounds, some of which reach heights of over 100 feet. How did they manage to construct such an intricate network of mounds without the benefit of modern machinery or engineering techniques? What tools and engineering did they have at their disposal that we are unaware of? The chiefdom of Cahokia was the largest and most influential urban settlement in the Mississippian culture that lived in the confines of what is today central and southeastern United States. These mounds are classified as architectural masterpieces and a must-see place when taking the scenic route across the Midwest while visiting Illinois or, for that matter, eastern Missouri, St. Louis specifically. If you like architecture from ruins to skyscrapers, be sure to go to my architectural playlist to explore more mysterious places from old world buildings in the New World and fallen ruins from many centuries ago. Key highlights of the Cahokia Mounds, a UNESCO heritage site, is Monks Mound. Visitors are free to climb to the top of the largest mound to see stunning views of the surrounding region and learn about the ancient Mississippian culture that created this masterpiece. Woodhenge, a short drive to the west, is an ancient solar calendar and ceremonial site, showcasing the remarkable engineering skills of the Cahokian people. Again, that's just the name given to them. We do not not know their true name. The site features massive earthen mounds, including Monks Mound, the largest pre-Columbian earthwork in the Americas, which rises nearly 100 feet. The Cahokia Mounds were once the heart of a bustling city that spanned more than 6 square miles and had an estimated population of 10,000 to 20,000 people at its peak. As an off-the-beaten-path enthusiast, visiting Cahokia Mounds provided an authentic and immersive way to step back in time and experience the remnants of this once great civilization. Since the inhabitants left no written records, researchers can only speculate on the time frame of this elaborate planned community of such great number and size of earthen mounds. They also do not know the original name of the city, nor how many people were there. It is believed they resided in pole and thatch homes around the mounds throughout the complex. The French explorers of the 17th century found the Cahokia tribe living in this area and therefore named the mounds after them. In all honesty, researchers can only make guesses about the mounds or pyramids. It is believed that the area was abandoned around AD 1350, and any reasoning as to why is pure speculation. What can be realized is the importance of the 4 cardinal directions of north-south and east-west, with Monks Mound being the centerpiece of the Grand Plaza. Hey, please take a second to subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. Thank you. In 1806, Thomas Jefferson began the first national highway. Named the National Road, it was expected to connect the bustling cities in the east with the resource-rich west. The National Road, which stretched across Illinois, passed by these earthen works. The increase in urbanization led to the destruction of many of the ruins that had remained untouched there for centuries. Fortunately, some historians and conservationists saw the importance and significance of the mounds and started the work of protecting them. It wasn't until the latter half of the 20th century that protection was realized. Prior to that, wagon wheels, steam locomotives, and streetcars rolled past the mounds, and many of the pyramids were leveled to allow for, quote, progress during the turn of the 20th century. The National Road is known as U.S. Highway 40 on today's maps. Researchers speculate this was both a ceremonial and a place of gatherings. Depending on the source, it is reported that somewhere between 110 and 120 mounds have been identified with different forms and functions. There are 68 mounds within the confines of the state park. Paved and dirt pathways lead all around and near most of them. Take your time and see the mounds from varying perspectives. While we were there, men on riding lawnmowers were making the property look beautiful, like a pristine park. I wonder what this area truly looked like when functioning for its intended purpose. We can only imagine. When Mound 72 was excavated by archaeologists, they determined it was a burial mound with almost 600 sets of human remains, with some being covered with marine shells and others appearing to be part of a ritual or sacrifice. Many of the findings are very disturbing. It also seems that Mound 72 was originally a grouping of mounds made into one large mound. They are platform, conical, and ridge-top mounds. The platform type, Monks Mound, is the largest and the central focus. A long stairwell will lead you to the top for expansive views of the park and beyond. Monks Mound has 4 terraces and is 10 stories tall. The base covers 14 acres. This is the largest man-made earthen mound north of Mexico. That fact alone is reason enough for a visit. Excavation reveals that this mound might have been constructed in 14 stages. Are you wondering why it's called Monks Mound? I was. Well, it's called Monks Mound because a group of French Trappist monks lived on a nearby mound from 1809 to 1813 and planted gardens, fruit trees, and wheat on the terraces of this mound. Oddly, Amos Hill, his last name was Hill, really? Built his farm complex on the 3rd terrace. And there is an illustration from an 1873 Madison County atlas showing the home of T.T. Ramey atop Monks Mound. Here are a few more facts about this mound. It is 100 feet at the highest point. It contains 22 million cubic feet of earth, and the building on the top of the terrace measured 48 feet by 104 feet. From the top, you can see the city of St. Louis with the iconic arch. Be sure to watch my video on our ride in the arch. The link is below. I wonder how long it took this guy to get to the top of this mound. Or was he born up there? Between Monks Mound and Twin Mounds was the 40-acre Grand Plaza, the heart of Cahokia. Smaller plazas and courtyards were found throughout the city. After exploring Monks Mound, we returned to our car to see Woodhenge, not too far toward the west. There is evidence of what is called Cahokia Woodhenge, a series of large timber circles. There are at least 6 timber circles or woodhenges here. These are no doubt designed with the vernal and autumnal equinoxes and the winter and summer solstices as the focus uniqueness of the structures. Copper and wood workshops were also excavated, giving more clues to the people who developed Cahokia Mounds. Over the last century, other mounds were identified, but sadly destroyed during the development of St. Louis. Stone and clay tablets and statuettes have also been unearthed during the exploration of this historic site. Cahokia's urban planning is equally impressive as the physical mounds we see today, with streets laid out in a deliberate grid pattern, surrounded by residential areas and ceremonial centers. It's clear that the inhabitants of Cahokia were highly organized and efficient, with a deep understanding of astronomy and mathematics. From the intricate rituals performed atop the mounds to the complex system of governance, every aspect of Cahokian life seems to have been intricately connected. The attention to detail, the precision, and the sheer scale of their achievements are nothing short of astonishing. I wonder if the mystery has gotten greater. As one of the most extensive and complex mound complexes in North America, these mounds have traditionally been attributed to the Native American tribes of the region. Remember, no one knows who built these pyramids. The Cahokian name was attributed to this locale centuries later. So what do you think of the Cahokia Mounds? Have you any theories about their rise and fall? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel guides, historical site explorations, and hidden geographical treasures. Join me as I continue my journey to uncover fascinating off and on the beaten path sites across the United States. And guess what? This was also a suggestion from one of my subscribers, so don't be shy. Ask me to do a video about somewhere you're interested in, and maybe I have been there and I can do a video especially for you. Cahokia Mounds State Historic Site is administered by the Illinois Department of Natural Resources Historic Sites Division, and is just 8 miles from downtown St. Louis, near Collinsville, Illinois, off Interstates 55, 70, and 255, and Illinois 111, on Collinsville Road, the National Road. There is no admission or fee for parking at the site. Tennis shoes on the ground, and classic road trip. Please check out my other videos on great places to see while in St. Louis.